things we could have done, like what immune system and all that. Has come up. This is the President's Cancer Panel. It's a 240 pages document. I can always share with all of you. And this is a we'll go one by one. We got a case study. I told him, okay, I am not very sure what I am going to achieve with that. Then we started working on that. We got this why. Because other studies were done in other parts of the world, they showed high levels of iron, nickel in the malignant human prostate. Increased chromium concentrations were found in lung cancer. See the kind of thing I never understood. The patient now, my father asked me a simple thing where he was having a heart disease. He asked me, why me? I don't smoke, I don't drink, I am not into any bad company. Why did the hell I got it? So I, as a kind of, can always. The other things which we are talking about in breast cancer and other things, these are the parabens. These days everybody is into the, it's all marketing and all that. We keep hearing antiperspirants and all that. It's being shown on the TV. This has got a lot of parabens, a lot of aluminum, a lot of lead. It goes and clogs your sweat glands in the axilla. The sweat glands in the axilla are very proximal to your mammary tissue. The lead, whatever things what we picked up from there, maybe that was the result of this particular thing. We throw it out. It can damage directly the DNA and cause a lot of mutations and other things and all that. So the thing is, what we are trying to put across is the breast tissues don't accumulate parabens, aluminium and lead also, which is the same area or the kind of thing. I'd like to show you some interesting facets here. Don't go by the whatever Shah Rukh Khan says or whatever other people say. Don't go by that. There is something called PVD. PVD is can arise from a grilling the chicken or something like that. You roast your toast higher, you are going to get this pH. pH is going to cause getting into further problems. So you have to be really. I was discussing with the other doctor, and she came to me after a long time, and she's also into perimenopausal age and all that. She was taking lots of. She had some. She told me she's getting into some arthritis and all that. And then I asked what you are taking. No, this is the perimenopausal age. Look, I'm taking lots of soya. There's a lot of things. Soya, if at all, genistein as well as this isoflavones are going to harm you. If it is better, there are studies now. In pre-pubertal age, if you take, that's going to help you. Not in the middle age. Soya, we trying to work it out for this thing. It was I was discussing with my wife. She happens to be non-medical, but again, she was really surprised because all her nylon sarees, all her acrylic sarees, there is a case study now, 10-year case study. They say that you use all these things, you are more probably to get into this. This is a Canada study. Avoid CT scans and X. So for treating the scoliosis, you do fixation and all that, and you take minimum number of 40 or 50 continuous X-rays and all that. All these girls, there was a 20-year follow-up study was done. They had developed breast cancer. And the CT angiography, whatever is being promoted, taking one CT angiography is equivalent to what we are talking about. Teethers are given to the children. Teethers, it contains all bisphenols. They go Murphy baby, not Murphy baby. They grow like that, but again, they are into all insulin resistance and all that. By 12 or 15 years, they are going to become diabetic. Avoid synthetic hormone replacement. This is your subject. I don't have to tell anything about this. Recycle batteries. Whatever batteries we are using, if I am throwing my battery, exhausted battery here, if I throw this in any part of the Western country, I'll be arrested for that. We don't have any kind of things. We are just throwing off our used battery, which has got nickel, cadmium and all that. We throw in the basket, it goes into the land refill, it comes to us again back as a groundwater. It's a vicious cycle. This particular thing has to be, there has to be a kind of regulation for that. Cigarette smoke, cadmium is a, so this cadmium is such a nasty thing as such. It mimics estrogen. It goes into places of where estrogen receptor is there, and it makes a kind of problem. The thing is, it works out tissue proliferation. So many things it tries to work it out. We have discussed about pH, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. The thing is, what we are trying to put across is, we are going in this city, we are so happy that we are living in a kind of thing, but at the end of the day, we are taking too much of things, negative things. Fish, people who eat fish and all that, we need to be careful. I'm sure if you take fish from contaminated from a Hussain Sagar lake, you are going to end up with a problem. There are studies we have done with zoology department from Nizams. We have done a study, and it's a known carcinogen. Thing is, when we try to eat fish, we try to better take a sea fish, which is a slightly it's not freely available. No freshwater fish and all that. We may be wary of this dry cleaning chemicals. Exhaustive, but I thought I'll share with you all. The beauty products contain. See, the thing is, what we are talking is the shampoos are a problem. No, shampoos has got parabens, shampoos has got phthalates, and all these makeups and all that. What you use a kind of thing. So somehow I feel. Yeah, I think you are. Yeah, the thing is, the people who don't use this makeups and all that, I think they are more healthy. Say kind of thing. Natural, we have to look into natural pesticides. This is basically a problem with the regulating bodies and all that. They cannot. The other day, I had got a patient, Ashok, who comes to me at the age of 20. He is diagnosed with embryonal cell carcinoma from the epididymis involving the testes. He has got mass in the retroperitoneum as well as the liver metastasis. A 20-year-old guy. And when we asked him what he has done all these years in the sense, so he was doing agriculture and he was using all these pesticide sprays and all that. He was using like without covering things and all that. It's a big issue. Pesticides and all this, particularly what happened with endosulfans and all that. It's a really frightening kind of thing. I could show the photographs, but the thing is, we need to really look into it, and we need people at the higher level to control this particular thing. I used to tell one of the cancer patients, almost all cancer patients, to tell not to take milk. Why? And this is the one which is causing problems. There is elevated levels of IGF in particular to breast cancer. Milk is absolutely low for. And this is a very interesting kind of thing. This study was done in 2008 and 2005. The night shift workers, whatever for Madhapur people are doing the night shifts and all that, they are basically depriving themselves of good melatonin. Melatonin is a hormone which is derived from the pineal gland, and it is secreted during sleep. You need a dark kind of thing. Edison has given us the light, but excess of light is creating a little problem. There was an interesting study. Blind women. There is a study of blind women also. They have not got into breast cancer or any of the problems because their melatonin levels were always high. I was showing you that this one. I got the 240 pages PDF document about this particular thing. So the beauty parlor business, bleaching, what do you have got it done? My wife says, okay, I got this bleaching and all that. Now, last 3 years, she is not going for the bleach, at least I am happy. But again, we need to look into all these issues because these people are harming themselves as well. And what you picked up was this dental amalgams. We need to tell our dental friends also. What I have seen is most of the infertility patients, most of them, they have dental filling inside. This dental filling leaches mercury. I'll come down to that also later. This is frightening. This study is frightening, man. This study is frightening. Chlorine as a cause of breast cancer. Can you understand? Chlorine was added when we did our medical college. We were sent to BHL to see a plant. Chlorine. This study appeared in was U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And what they say was, while you take a shower, hot shower, if it has got chlorine or things and all that, you are going to get a lot of, I'll start with this, It's not just the drinking. This also paper was published after Steve Jobs lost his life, and phosphate fertilizer is used. Phosphate fertilizers has got a lot of, all the paddy fields are cropped up with cadmium. And if you are unfortunate, you are in a hurry, you don't keep your water, see what is happening. Preserve the rice, we are adding something like boric acid powder and inorganic arsenic to keep it pest free. So, if you are unfortunately you are not washed rice and all that you are taking, you are definitely not now. You are going to get type 2 diabetes in another 5 or 10 years. This is the kind of thing. Okay, type 2 diabetes, it's okay, but not pancreatic cancer. But people had really worked out pancreatic cancer is a deadly kind of thing. So the kind of thing is what after some time they went for a bone scan which revealed this was in the month of December 2009. She had skeletal metastasis, and they thought they are not going to go for a surgery or something like that. Again, after chemotherapy, again this bony metastases were persistent, and this finds a doctor. Then he came to us while I was doing my I was studying between radiology as well as this particular thing. So, but we started some detoxification therapies, and we started with a lot of other protocol. And after a period of 6 months, the bone scan came down normal. And this was 9th October 2010. And after a year also, now she's still trying to save something. This is what he's watching it. So the thing is, why I am trying to focus is this is one more patient of us who is a doctor. We have mother as such. See the confidence this lady has got. Her daughter is a OBGYN in this one. She's in Austin. She had ovarian cancer with ascites, bilateral pleural effusion, and she went through all the. I learned all these things from. I had to learn from one of her. So what we are trying to work it out with the male factor as well as the female factor. Male factor, we are trying to work out the average decline in the average sperm count, and now we take it as 20 millions is the normal. About 20 millions you have stand a fairly good chance. But why this particularly started decreasing? It has to do with such as high exposure of agricultural chemicals, pesticides, and other things. And we need to look into all these issues as such. This is one of the patients who came to us with a sperm count of 50,000. Don't offer usage as such. Control. So the thing is, you get some things into that so that we can remove this bisphenols. We can remove this tablets and all that, and we can help the kind of this particular thing endocrines as such. Coming down to POPs, I was talking about persistent organic pollutants because we had somehow persistent organic pollutants are all these dioxins, DDT. I remember DDT, which my mother and father used to use it. I'm talking about 30-40 years back. Just for see that the ants doesn't come into the bed, they used to add some DDT around that cot. So I feel it's not a surprise that we get DDT in the breast milk now also. DDT is banned long time back, but this Linden, DDT, everything is being produced here. It is the POPs again, mostly they act as a hormone disruptors, and I don't want to go into a lot of details about that, but this is the things which are causing a problems. And the thing is, again, when it comes to this DDT and all that, this is the parts per billion, parts per trillion, which is the problem actually. And it is most of the lab tests and all that we cannot pick up on the lab test. it's a big issue. So causing so many problems. They are causing cardiovascular problems. They are causing endometriosis. They are causing autoimmune syndromes. Whatever things we are not able to understand, rheumatoid arthritis, psoriasis, and all that. We are taking it as an autoimmune process. But again, I'll tell you, we have treated so many psoriatic arthritis, rheumatoid, and all that. Just by removing this stuff, the dependency of steroids, everything goes down. So this are the probably what exactly these POPs and this are doing. They are going at the enzyme level. They are metabolic uncouplers. The thing is, we keep seeing chronic fatigue syndrome. Chronic fatigue syndrome is so rampant now in urban people because thanks to the pollution. I just want to run a bit about all this toxic metals and POPs and solvent, which causes the problem. Solvent is ethylene oxide used as a sterilant in medicine and dentistry. That's the reason, maybe. The list goes on and on. Fluorinated hydrocarbons and all that, dioxins. I try to stop. I think I'll stop here. We do with weight loss programs as such, and this is the take-home message. Whatever weight loss we try to work it out is through the removal of the toxicity. Unless toxicity is removed, unless this bisphenols and all that is reduced, you're going to gain again and again the kind of thing. I think this is the kind of thing. Lot of reports about pesticides and cancers and all that. I have not included in your talk. But this is what 20 years back we used DDT. Now we are paying the price for that.
What people want to lose, we will wait. I think we are scared of it.
We don't have genes like Madam Nayamilata. The later generation, we are sufferers basically. By the time you cross 40 or something like that, you get into some problem.
Yeah, I think we are noticing the changes. But I think it has to come at awareness has to come at a very higher level. Like we're going into a horror film. Something like Ram Gopal Varma.
Oh, come on.
But
and large number of obstetric population in that area. Last year it was not that high number, but for the last 1 year, all 8 out of 10 pregnant women are having less likers, anti-liker. So the radiologist and myself, whenever I bring the patient clinically less liker, radiologist says yes. 8 to 9 out of 10 patients are less likers. Specifically because of the large number of patients with argonias and the threatened scales, the patient went into cerebral table, then I went into internet. So the highest radiation is from the microwave. Highest radiation is from which I am also using.
You don't use a phone which has got a cordless phone, you don't use it.
Yes, including the cell phone. Continuous use of the cell phone. So I have been advising.
You only for 18 or 20 minutes daily. That's all.
So I've been advising our patients not to use the cell phone continuously and not to use this microwave and the cell tower. So I think that the association, the authorities and all the people should do something, must represent with your health. That is the reason I have come. That I wanted to ask you.
When I started, I used to go for 1 hour or maximum or something like that. I used to stay, there was something wrong. Then I started, the numbers, cases increasing. So I started waiting, I was there for more than 4 hours. It was so difficult for me to understand. I thought, what is happening to me? I became disoriented, I was getting fidgety by no kind of thing. Then I realized that there is a cell tower just about that. The moment I decided, looked at that, and I told my owner, he said, Doc Sahab, you pay this much only. I get from cell towers more than 2 lakhs or something like that. So I moved from that place.
So recently there was a debate.
And when I came here, I made very sure I'm not going to have cell towers in that.
Recently there was a debate in NDTV TV.
NDTV,
You know, it must be late night I was watching.
Big channel has taken a lead, and there are some people actually.
Yes.
I give a talk for 1 hour.
I think we are having more Julia Roberts. We need more.
Now all the questions
We need to.
So I think before we have a long schedule in front of us. Before going to the next program, I request Dr.
Initially, then warning is I am going to check.
But most of them are not using more chemicals like
Unknowingly,
I know that.
unknowingly, whatever you are using.
ఒక చిన్నప్పుడు ఒక పాట గుర్తొస్తున్నారు, వానలోనే స్నానం